In this first question, I notice it says solve. I notice we have an equation. Okay, so I'm going to put a line right here. I know my answer is going to look like x equals something, right? Unlike like simplify, right? That answer is not going to look like x equals something. Okay, so this is an equation I'm solving. Okay, I'm trying to get x by itself. So in order to get x by itself, I need to get rid of anything that's with the x. So that's the 5 and the 12. I don't care about the 9. The 9's on the other side. So here I have division and I have addition. When I'm solving equations, reverse order of operations, I deal with addition and subtraction first. I'm going to bring this straight down. I didn't do any math with that. I'm bringing it down exactly as it is. Okay, notice I'm recopying. 9 minus 12. You can use a calculator here, but I can also see, okay, this is positive, this is negative, so I have different signs. I'm subtracting, and I'm taking the sign of the larger number. Now, this says x divided by 5. So I'm doing the opposite of dividing. I'm multiplying by 5. I get x equals a negative times a positive is a negative, and 3 times 5 is 15. I can go back and check work, right? I can take negative 15, if I put it right here, negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3 plus 12 equals 9. Yep, that's true. Okay, let's come down here to simplify. Okay, so notice here, simplify, there's no equal sign. There is a variable, okay? This is an algebraic expression, which means I can distribute and combine like terms. So I'm going to first distribute. I'm going to multiply. Notice I'm not adding first, right? Order of operations, this is multiplication. We're going to multiply before we add. So I'm going to just bring down this 13. 4 times 3x. That's 4 times 3 is 12, and there's an x. And now this is 4 times negative 2. Positive times negative is negative, and 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, now I'm going to combine my like terms. I notice this one has an x. These don't have an x, so that one doesn't have a like term. I'm just going to bring it down. And then I'm going to underline 13 and negative 8. Those are like terms. 13 minus 8 is positive 5. And this is my answer. Notice there's no equal sign in the problem. There's no equal sign in the answer. This is the most that I can simplify. These are not like terms. There's no distributing, nothing else to do. Okay, this one says solve again. This one has an equal sign. This is an equation. So again, this time my answer is going to look like this. I notice it's a proportion where a fraction equals a fraction. So I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. So I'm going to do 18 times x minus 1 equals 2 times x plus 7. On both sides, I'm going to distribute. 18 times x is 18x. 18 times negative 1 is negative 18. 2 times x is 2x. And 2 times 7 is 14. The first thing I observe here, I'm going to put my line, my equal sign, is that I have variables on both sides. So I'm going to solve that problem first. I'm going to do it by subtracting 2x from both sides. Okay, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I could have chosen to subtract 18x from both sides, but I really prefer to subtract the 2x because then look, I have a nice positive number with x. It's also on the left. That makes my life a little easier. Okay, now I'm looking to get x by itself. So here I'm going to cover the side without the x. What I need to get rid of is the 16 and the 18. I deal with adding and subtracting first. So that means I'm going to add 18 first. Okay, this cancels. I'm going to bring this 16x straight down. I'm going to do, this is 4 plus 8 is 12. And so that's 32. And when I divide by 16, a little bit tight on space here, but I get 32 divided by 16, x equals 2. Okay, here it says simplify. And what I observe is that here there's no variables. It's not an algebraic expression. It's a numerical expression, right? This is just numbers. I'm going to use order of operations. Okay. So here I notice, okay, there's no parentheses, but I remember that the top of a fraction is basically, you know, a group of numbers. It's as if it's in parentheses. So I'm going to just bring down this 15. I'm going to bring down minus. I'm going to do 13 minus 3, that's 10. Okay, so that's kind of my parentheses for the problem. And I also noticed that I have some exponents, so I'm going to go ahead and do that math as well. This means 7 to the power of 2. That means 7 times 7, so that's 49. Next, I have subtraction, I have division, and I have addition. I know that I already did parentheses, exponents. Next is multiplication and division left to right, and next is addition and subtraction left to right. So the division is definitely going to come first. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then I'm going to do my addition and subtraction from left to right. So I'm going to do the subtraction on the left first, followed by the addition. And I get 13 plus 49, which is 62.